I can recall one older veteran referring to Remembrance nowadays as Christmas for fascists. I just want Remembrance to be serious again, to be honest. I'm Joe Glenton. I'm a former soldier, Afghanistan veteran, journalist and author of a new book. Like most people, I joined up some working class and I wanted a job, went to Afghanistan, realised there that all the things we've been told about the war were not true and refused to go back for a second tour. And that eventually led me to military prison, where I got 5 months and did 9. The sense of doing something of value, before that was shattered, a lot of us had a sense that we were doing something of value, that we were finally, having lived in these stagnant working class communities, we were finally going somewhere, that it was exciting, that we were going to do something of value to society or the country. I think I have the same issues with Remembrance Day as a lot of veterans. And that when growing up, Remembrance was kind of a serious occasion. And those are the original sentiments of Remembrance. It's like a funeral. I can recall one older veteran referring to Remembrance nowadays as Christmas for fascists. I just want Remembrance to be serious again, to be honest. And when that happens, I don't know when it will be, I will turn out with my medals and beret and go to it. But until then, it's not for me, I'm afraid. I literally don't have a pacifist bone in my body. But I think there are serious questions to be asked about the role of force and the use of violence. You can give examples where it's probably justified, the Second World War being the obvious one, but that moral war, and moral wars are very rare in British history, has been used to colour perceptions to subsequent wars. And it's absolutely wrong to conflate the people who stormed the beaches at Anzio and on D-Day with the people who were kicking doors in Iraq and Afghanistan. I mean, in some ways they will be similar people from poor backgrounds in the ranks, but the moral character of those wars is very, very different. Politicians of all stripes, for example, kind of want to be photographed next to soldiers. They want to be seen to be doing things for soldiers and veterans. To be in close proximity to soldiers and be supportive of the military and so on, they can appear themselves moral and better. The kind of figure of Tommy Atkins, who's the kind of mythological personification of the soldier, is seen in a particular way. And I think there's a point where that mythological personification gets in the way of what soldiers and sailors and airmen and veterans actually need. From a fairly poor background, and most of us were motivated by economics. But I think generally speaking, people are from the lower parts of society, very often from northern towns, which was smashed by Thatcherism. We're in Liverpool today, very veteran dense area. The story of military recruiting is really a story of poverty, and that to use the cliche, the recruiting sergeant is hunger. And it's an effort to kind of get out of poverty, to claw your way out of poverty. And that was certainly the case for me, I think. My repulsion at the military and my affection for it are kind of fused together. And I think that's something that a lot of veterans share, that you can be very critical and you can lament the shit times and the hardships, but also parts of the culture, they're not just something you've done. The military is just something you've been in, but it's also in you.